about Mr. Sonny. I talked to him the other day. He sounded like he was wore out or sick one. Is it both?
He was sickly, but he's better, he said.
Okay.
But Jimmy and Mary are both sick. Jimmy
Gosh,
is better,
he been staying sick.
but Mary said she knew while she was waiting on him that
She's gonna get sick.
she told me the only time she's been out of bed today was when she had to go to bed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Respiratory, she said it felt like it might be going to the upper chest,
Right. Right.
and Pam's got it.
Pam got it too. That's right.
Well, I knew when they, express care, Pam was saying, that one of their days she went.
All right, we are at the homebound. Hey, I don't know where it would be, but I did talk to Carl Gay today. He's in a tight spot. He's in a tight spot with his he took some medication and it's got him he reacted to it, and he's in bad shape. Yeah.
And he told me that something they did is their immunity is down and he's scared to get out.
That's bad, and
And that psoriasis,
he said it was 85% covered with psoriasis right now, and it just not in a good spot.
I told him at least we you talk about him.
That's right. He did tell me. He said, "You tell that church that I love them, and I am trying to study best I can understand it."
You know, Eric had surgery, right?
Eric.
Eric's had surgery.
I seen his name there. Yes. He trying to get out of Valentine's gift, ain't he? Sorry, Joker. Tough way. The bereaved families. Okay, what about missionaries? All right, church needs. Okay, all right. So, Miss Linda, will you pray for these people and pray for sickness that's tearing us up? Please, ma'am. That's right. Hey. Okay. Thank you. So I guess I'm kind of known as the reminder guy every time I get up here. And we're fitting to do it again. We're fitting to do it again, just because it was on me. So when I'm working, I put my earpods in and I listen to the Bible. And I don't catch everything because I'm working, but I catch bits and pieces. And the bits and pieces that kept coming through my head it was in the book of Mark. And it was what people said about Jesus, what demons said about Jesus, what Jesus said about the people. And so that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And we'll kick it off in chapter 1, verse 7. John the Baptist was baptizing people in the river and says, "Someone's coming that is much greater than I am, so much greater that I'm not even worthy to untie the straps of his sandals." And in verse 11, while John was baptizing Jesus, a voice from heaven says, "You are my dearly loved son. You bring me great joy." I'm going to kind of go through some of these, and if something strikes you, holler. We'll stop and talk about it. If it strikes me, we'll stop and talk about it. Chapter 1, verse 27, Jesus orders a demon out of a man, and the crowd was amazed and said, "What sort of teaching is this? It has such authority." Chapter 4, verse 41, Jesus and his disciples in a storm in a boat. Jesus is asleep. The disciples are going nuts, and they're scared. They wake him up, and he calms the storm. And the disciples say, "Even the wind and waves obey him." In chapter 7, verse 37, after Jesus healed some people, they were completely amazed and said again and again, "Everything he does is wonderful. He even makes the deaf to hear and gives speech to those who cannot speak." Are you kind of getting a sense of how good God is and how awesome he is and how wonderful he is? And so in those days, people would get possessed with evil spirits. They'd get thrown to the ground physically, but this is what some of the evil spirits had to say about Jesus. Chapter 1, verse 24. "Why are you interfering with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God." Chapter 3, verse 11. "You are the Son of God." Chapter 5, 6, and 7. "Why are you interfering with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? In the name of God, I beg you, don't torture me." So demons know Jesus pretty well. They know him pretty well. But it don't click in their head that they're going to lose. I don't understand that. I guess if you don't know, you don't know. If you can't see it, you're not going to see it. All right, so now this is what Jesus said to the people that he had healed. This is what he said to them. Chapter 5, verse 21. The bleeding lady, he said, "Daughter, your faith has made you well." Chapter 10, verse 52, blind Bartimaeus, "Go, for your faith has healed you." In 9:22, a man with a demon-possessed son said to Jesus, "Have mercy on us and help us if you can." Verse 23, Jesus responds, "What do you mean if I can? Anything is possible if a person believes." So I had this question. I can't walk. I had this question while I was going through this. And this is going to be quick because I'm telling you, Tuesday afternoon at work, I was trying my best to come up with something, and I was blank as I was blank until I got home, and it just, there you are. He said, Jesus said, you tell folks you like talking about Jesus, so talk about me. So that's where it's come from. This is where we're at. So my question is, do you get complacent in your faith? You get in a rut with your faith. You get comfortable with your faith. And what come to my mind was the children of Israel with their back against the wall, against the sea, in a box. And the first time, they had just got enough faith to leave Egypt. So they had enough faith to do that until they got into a tight spot and a little bit of trouble come along, and they wanted to fold. And if it wasn't for Moses and his faith at that time, that story would be different. So I guess, can you get too comfortable in your faith? I mean, these people were, the Israelites, they was kind of scared of the unknown. They didn't know what was going to happen. They was following Moses and kind of fearful. So I'm asking, are you scared to step out a little bit further because it's going to be something different to you? Instead of just saying, you know what, Lord, lead, I'm going with you, or I'm fine right here. I got my comfortable life and I'm going along it. I'm fine right here, baby. Just leave me alone. And I thought with all this wisdom we'd get to talk about this a little bit. That's what I was hoping for. Mm-hmm. You're dying. We're like trees. We're either growing or dying, one or the other. So another question: do you make decisions in everyday life to make things comfortable for you? As far as turning your head when you meet somebody, I don't want to make eye contact with him. I might have to talk to him, or he might want something. I mean, to keep you comfortable, Do you look for opportunities like that? I'm just asking questions. I do the same thing, and I'm ashamed of it, especially when I'm in a hurry.
So what you're saying is, rather than go the path that's the easy path, we need to look for opportunities that God's already put there for us.
That's right.
And take advantage of those opportunities.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That Rex has already challenged us to bring one person to Christ this year. And if we keep trying to keep life comfortable, we'll never get that done. And going to the same place because you know what's there and who's there, instead of stepping out over here and going to this place. You might meet a stranger and talk to them. They might not know Jesus. You can talk to them about that. Just little things, food for thought. As long as I guess I've said it a lot, as long as you can fog a mirror, you can tell somebody about Jesus. So your age ain't got nothing to do with it. So, So anyway, we just saw what the people that had Jesus in their face said about him. We reading about it, but they witnessed it and said this. And then the spirits kind of backed them up on that. Man, this dude right here's something else. And then he says, your faith has healed you. Your faith has made you well. There's something to faith. And it just, I don't know, the more I thought about it, the more I felt like we get comfortable in our faith right where we're at. Because we don't have to do anything else. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. 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 That's right. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of say, if you've gotten you got a comfortable routine, get out of it. I don't know if I can say this or not, but kind of test your faith. I mean, I can say this because you can't fire me. What are you doing if you do the same thing every day and go to the same place? You know, you're not. Oh, I better shut up, hadn't I?
What you're saying is, if we do the same thing in the same place all the time,
Mm-hmm.
we shouldn't expect anything different.
That's right. That's right. And by us doing that, have we gotten, well, we've gotten complacent. We you know, the Israelites were scared of the unknown. Are we scared of the unknown to go do something different?
Isn't that characteristic of humans?
Of humans? Yeah, but we can't blame it on that. We sure can't blame it on that. That's right. But Moses didn't have the Holy Spirit either. So we get guided so much that we just don't comprehend, because we can do so much on ourselves, by ourselves, so we think, instead of slowing down and listening for that direction. That's, I guess, would be the thing. All righty. So after Jesus had been resurrected, he appeared to his disciples, and there was one that won't believe it until he sees it. And that was old Thomas.
Ain't that good that the writer of the New Testament put that down for us to see?
Yeah.
When it happens to us, we'll say, it happened to him, but God forgave him.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as we don't use that for an excuse to say, hey, man, well, he didn't do it, so I didn't have to do it. He still forgave him. But in John 29, Thomas, because you have seen me, you believed. Blessed are those who have not seen and have yet believed. And that would be us. That would be us. I've never seen Jesus in the flesh like those people did, but we just went over that. Jesus died. We got the Holy Spirit in us now, as a guide, as a voice in our ear to steer us that way. If we choose to listen. Man, yeah, y'all gonna like me.
But I'm looking back at Jesus appearing to the disciples.
Uh-huh.
He appeared in chapter 20, verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
But Thomas wasn't there. So I don't think it was just the fact that Thomas didn't believe. He felt like he got left out of the experience.
Uh-huh.
I think he just felt real bad about it. He wanted Jesus, hey, you showed up for them, show up for me.
That's true. Yeah. Are you, well, I'll read it because I got the microphone right here. Mark 8, 34 and 37. 34 through 37. When he had called the people to himself, with his disciples also, he said to them, whoever desires to come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whoever desires to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake and the gospel's will save it. For what will it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul? Or what will a man give in exchange for his soul? I'm going to read this. So this is the Adrian Rogers Bible, and he's got little things in it, and I want to read this to you. Losing your soul for nothing. Suppose someone told you, I'll give you all the money, fame, and power in the world. I only want your left hand. Have it amputated, and all this is yours. Would you do it? What if he asks for your ability to hear or see? Now imagine he wants all those things. You may already be giving up. You may already be giving up a whole lot more than that to gain a whole lot less. What is your soul worth? This is what Jesus asked when he said, for what will it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul? Or what will a man give in exchange for his soul? So this was another lesson that I learned after I had gotten laid off at Golden. Who I was living for, what I was living for, was me, and myself, and I, and money, and it takes money. But that's about the extent of it. I mean, there ain't much. I don't count much on that anymore. Deny all of this stuff and follow me. I'll guide you. I have given you instructions how to handle any and everything that may come across. We've seen what people have witnessed and said and what the demons have said. Why not tell somebody about this guy? Why not live your life so Christ-like that people would just see it before you get there? And again, this is not new news to you, but I'm reminding you, in case you're one of those that's stuck in a lifestyle that's not challenging, that's just repetitive. But Jesus is someone that everyone needs to know, and he wants us to tell someone about him. Anything else? You got any words of wisdom there, Mr. Charles? That's all I got. That's all I got. Anything else? Mr. Jim? I know you got something. You always got something. Okay. So would you pray for that?
I will. God, I thank you for your blessings. I thank you for all you do for us. God, I thank you for this opening that Bryce and Elizabeth have with these Iranians, that you have placed them in such a place that as they come Sunday, I'm praying that their hearts will be open and they will hear that Jesus says, I love you.
That's right. That's right.
And even though Christians don't act loving, Jesus is a loving.
That's right.
God, thank you for this opportunity that they have
Yeah.
to share. As Linda says, it's almost like it's going to be in heaven with all the different nationalities there in the church.
That's right.
I thank you that they're there and that they can hear about Jesus and that they can learn and they can accept him. Especially this Sunday, I ask, give them open ears,
That's right.
give them willing hearts to listen and to hear what you're saying.
That's right.
In Christ's name.
That's right. That's right. So let's do this right here to end it out. I want Mr. Charles to pray, but I want you to give us a minute and that person that's on your mind, you just think about them and you get them on your mind. And then Mr. Charles is going to pray for opportunities to tell them about Jesus this week. That sound good? Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay.